Le numéro 22, number 22, Adriel Agakwali. Le numéro 3, number 3, Jacob Weedell. Le numéro 4, number 4, Logan Wickstone. Le numéro 5, number 5, Joey Buchanan. Le numéro 6, number 7, Justin George. Le numéro 8, number 8, Elias Bajouaoui. Le numéro 9, number 9, Nicholas Belvin. Le numéro 10, number 10, Rio Ayasin. Le numéro 13, number 13, Hayden Ruby. Le numéro 15, number 15, Joseph Erga. Ainsi que le numéro 16, number 16, Marcus Sangria. L'entraîneur partant de head coach, Todd May. Et maintenant, voici l'alignement de départ pour l'équipe de l'Île-du-Maine-et-Loire. Here is PEI starting lineup. Le numéro 30, number 30, Ken Truman. Le numéro 2, number 2, Nate McDonald. Le numéro 3, number 3, Jonathan Ende Yigamaye. Le numéro 6, number 6, Merlin Devine. Le numéro 7, number 7, Nathan Wheeler. Le numéro 8, number 8, Chase Bell. Le numéro 9, number 9, Harrison Monroe. Le numéro 10, number 10, Breeze Robertson. Le numéro 11, number 11, Thomas Gagné. Le numéro 19, number 19, Liam Boswell. Ainsi que le numéro 23, number 23, Ethan Main. L'entraîneur-chef, the head coach, Jesse Hastings.
Hello everybody and welcome to this broadcast of the U-17 Toyota National Championships here at the beautiful Croix Bleu Burnaby Stadium in Moncton, New Brunswick. This matchup and third game of today is between British Columbia and PEI. British Columbia in your whites, PEI in your dark blues. And sorry about a little bit of a mistake at the start of this game, hence why the broadcast is 2 minutes and 30 minutes late. But here we are, score is still nothing. Big throw in here on the left side for the BC squad. Logan Wickstone with the big delivery pressure here. Gets it back from his teammate on the left. Ball goes out of play. Still a throw in for BC. Taken quickly. On the left side. Crosses it in. Dangerous chance in the box. Comes out for a BC player. He shoots and scores. What a way to start this game. BC up on the board here quickly. Bouncing ball in the box. Falls to one of their players on that right side. I'm still trying to figure out who it was. What a great celly too. And what a way to set the tone here for British Columbia. Team to watch here at the U-17 Nationals. Haven't lost a game yet. It'll be number 3 for them. Jonathan Ndeyagami. Oh, sorry, probably Jacob Waddell. Puts BC on the board here quickly. PEI trying to get one back. On that right side, Chase with number 7, Nathan Wheeler. Gets it back to his teammate on the box, Harrison Monroe, who unfortunately loses it. Gets a corner kick to go. Chase Bell on the corner kick. Delivery in the box. Very dangerous chance. Unfortunately missed by the PEI player in that box. With a bouncing ball all alone on that penalty spot, but just misses the ball completely. PEI trying to settle now. With patience. Long ball for number 11, Thomas Gagné. Recovered by the BC defense. Their first touch since their last goal at BC team. As we see goalie number 22, Adriel Agkapali, doing some quick moves. Long ball again from both teams on that left side. Race for the ball is number 15, Joseph Hargross. Tries a fancy move, doesn't go, but still gets the throw in for his team. Again, it's Logan Wickstone with the throw-in duty. Finds a wide open teammate right outside the box. Gets it back to Logan Wickstone now. Bad pass, and again recovers. Great defensive duties from Logan Wickstone as BC goes back to their goalie. And now a long ball for their forward up top. Unfortunately, he was offside in that sequence of events. And really, at the start of this game from both teams, it's long ball after long ball. We saw BC right there trying to get it back to their goalie. And immediately after, well, very long attempt to join their number 7, Justin George. It was going dangerously towards the keeper's net here, Cam Sherman. On that left side, pass gets blocked, but goes out of play for a throw-in again. Really good pressure here defensively from British Columbia. good positioning in between those PEI players, and makes it really difficult for them to, advance in the play. And again, as we can see, good interception by BC, who gets it back with pure grit and heart. Recovered again by PEI. Bad header. Goes somehow to his teammate's feet in the middle. Scramble for the ball. Gets it on that left side now for Marcus DeAndrea. Good pass in the box and a good sliding tackle there from Merlin Devine to block that passing attempt. As we get another corner kick in this game, this time in favor of British Columbia. BC trying to double their lead here early on in this game. Already 1-0 at the 9th minute mark. Here comes the cross. Great inside the box and a good deflection there by Cam Sherman to get that ball astray. Out of offensive hands for BC. We'll get a throw in on that right side now. Trying to find his options. Gets it short, trying to get it back. Goes off of a PEI player feet. And again, out of play for a throw-in for BC, who slowly but surely make their way up the field and into offensive territory. Towards the goalie now. 80-year-old Ike Kapali. Long ball again. Trying to reach his forwards. Doesn't go. Good interception by Jacob Waddell there. Jonathan and the Yagami. Quick throw in from BC again. Good control on that right side. Beats one, beats two. Trying to get into the box, and a foul is called. Right outside the area there. Could have been worse for PEI. But we're going to have a great free kick opportunity here for British Columbia already in this game. We've proven a menacing offense from this point on. See if BC can double their lead. Cross comes in. It's a shot directly at the goalie, and a couple of rebounds later, we get a foul called. Weird sequence of events there for British Columbia. Ambitious attempt at goal there. Goalie couldn't recover. A big rebound led to three of those BC players waiting in front of the goalie there to just stomp it in behind the net. Couldn't go, and now we can get it together for PEI. BC on that left side. Crosses it in again. Headed out by the PEI defense. Good control there on that right side. Thomas Gagne now gets a throw in to go for his team as they try to slowly recoup. Maybe get a bit of offense in this game. Bad chest touch there from Gagne again. They get it back though. For Gagne on the right side. Tries to get it in the middle. Does. Recovered by his teammate in Harrison Monroe. Ball scrambles and again in the feet of the British Columbia defense. Couple of quick passes intercepted now by PEI. For Gagne again. Long ball in behind the defense. Lack of precision there. It doesn't go. British Columbia on the counter now. Good read from number 23 there from PEI. We even gets an offensive foul called on the British Columbia striker pressuring. And that's just a good defensive play there, reading the behind the defense pass and adapting to his original positioning. Ethan Main there was the odd man out on a 2-on-1 on that right side for PEI. It's a great recovery. A good defensive positioning to neglect the BC offense. Quick throw in sent out into the crowd, and another throw in here for PEI. It'll be Ethan Main on that throw-in. Gets it to the middle for Reese Robertson. Good turn. Gets it back. Behind the defense now for Nathan Wheeler. Gets it stripped from him. From Logan Wickstone. Elbow to elbow there from Wickstone and Wheeler. Good physical presence from both players. Gagne now to his number 8, Chase Bell. Tries to reach Harrison Monroe there in the middle. Miscommunication from both players, and will be recovered by the BC goalie Adriel Agkapili. Taken short, Wickstone now. Long ball in the middle. Couldn't reach his teammate. Recovered by PEI quickly now. Ball in the air. Scrambling headers from both sides. And the long ball through. Headed out by the PEI goalie there. Cam Sherman doesn't go again. British Columbia. PEI just a scramble of events from that long ball by number 4 Logan Wickstone. Eventually ended up almost behind the net of the PEI goalie. Good presence of mind though from him to come out of his net and header it away. Sherman back for his defenseman. Takes his space. Good pass down the middle for Reese Robertson, trying to reach his forwards. And again, a good defensive positioning from British Columbia, preventing any kind of offense from PEI early on in this game. Good turn. Ball again is a little bit of clownery going on, about bouncing ball everywhere. Behind the defense again, and good defensive positioning from Merlin Devine to release the pressure. So his goalie Cam Sherman could easily gather that ball and regroup that offense for a quick breakout. Devine, long ball for Gagne. Fortunately couldn't reach it. A bit of like a precision there from Devine. Throw in for Wickstone. Takes his time trying to find options. Long one out for number 9 there, Nicholas Belbin. Gets it back for British Columbia. On the run now is Marcus DeAndrea. Physical play there from both teams, and I don't know if that was a call there from the refs. It definitely looked like Merlin Devine was the one engaging in the elbow to elbow, but foul was called on Marcus DeAndrea. Free kick is called on the play for PEI, luckily for them. Still trying to get a good offensive chance, and a bad turnover there in their offensive zone. DeAndrea gets it back, takes his time, recovers, and a good amount of pressure there from PEI to prevent any kind of forward movement from British Columbia. Gagne tried that long ball for number 7 Justin George, recovered by the BC defense yet again. Been perfect as of now in this game. I remind you, this is at 18th minute of play, 1-0 for BC, who scored in the first 3 minutes of this game. Long ball tried for DeAndrea, intercepted by number 23 Ethan Main, recovered again by British Columbia. Miscommunication from DeAndrea and Elias Bajawi. Leads to a PEI ball. Take their time. Good quick passing there to open up a lane. Trying to find an option here for PEI. Finds Gagne, bad touch. Ball gets to the middle of the field now for British Columbia. Jawi tries to find his forward, but again, good positioning from Cam Sherman, preventing any kind of long balls sent towards him. Link up play there from PEI doesn't go. Another throw in for British Columbia, who been really up to their game plan here, is the amount of pressure they put on offensively and defensively. Make it easy for them to recover easily. That ball is one of the BC players heavily ran into the referee, and play goes. PEI on the attack now. On that right side, crosses it in, shoots and scores. What a weird sequence of events. As the British Columbia player is still on the floor. And from that kind of interference between him and the referee, well, PEI get an opportunity and eventually score to even the scoring. As Nathan Wheeler is credited with the goal there. And British Columbia is definitely not happy with that, as head coach Todd May expressing his feelings towards the referees, following his players' footsteps, really. He seemed to have stopped playing from that incident, but as we all know, you can't stop playing from a small interference with a referee. He definitely didn't put himself in that spot to cause that whole sequence, but gotta keep playing the game. PEI didn't and paid off. Score is tied 1-1 at the 21st minute mark. As quickly there, BC try to get one back, and they're still in the area. Good clearance there from PEI. Now a foul probably is called. No advantage given on that 2-on-2, and BC from the rip tried to take the PEI defense for granted, and it almost paid off. As you can hear the chants for PEI. A lot of support for the dark blue team in this game. From the crowd, sorry. BC now passing it around, taking it slow, taking their time, something they haven't done all game. Actually, neither of those teams have taken their time. They probably don't have much time to take, hence because of the pressure from both teams, especially on offense, where a lot of players push up against the D-men from both teams, trying to get a quick pass off and maybe a massive turnover in the O-zone. What a play there on the right side. Between the legs. Nathan Wheeler, the goal scorer for his team. Crosses it in. Nobody there to get it and headed out by the BC defense yet again. Chase Bell on the ball again. Tried to find his teammate. With a lot of space on that right side. Number 10, Reese Robertson, but intercepted again by the BC defense. Bell now. Found Thomas Gagne and the ball deflected out for a corner kick. Now very dangerous here for PEI, who come out on top offensively in these last few minutes. Even the scoring and a couple of good crosses and a couple of good chances for them to get the lead, and this is another one here. Reese Robertson gave an option for a short one. Bell didn't take it, crosses it in. Big one over the top of everybody and trying to recover it is Merlin Devine. PEI still on the ball. Quick throw in. Good back heel play there on that right side. Left side, sorry, again. Wheeler in the box. It's bodied a bit by BC again. Another bouncing ball that just doesn't come cleanly at all. Is BC on the attack now on a 2-on-0. On that left side, tries to pass it in the box, does. And a good turn, but unfortunately gets stripped there from Nate McDonald. Good play from the PEI defender to not allow a single good offensive chance. That was a good run too from number 13, Caden Ruby from BC. Just missed a bit of pace there to get rid of the PEI defenseman. Handball called on the play. We're going to have another free kick for PEI. They've really adapted to that BC play style, I feel like, in the last few minutes. Long ball for Gagne. Good control on that right foot. Gets pressured. Just a shoulder, and that was shove. Really not happy is Marcus Deandra, and he's going to need to calm down. He's on a yellow card now in the 26th minute of play. Lacking a bit of discipline there is number 16 from BC. Plays a very physical game, and it could definitely cause trouble, but he's going to need to settle for the rest of this game. Free kick opportunity for PEI. Whistle is called. Miscommunication there from the refs and the players. I think we called an offside there. I'm not sure though, folks. Kind of a weird play and weird sequence overall. But BC get it back into their own end. Really trying to gather one here and trying to get a build-up play going. As during this game, it's always been long ball, and now there we are. We're switching the play, and we're going still for that long ball and headed out by Nate McDonald for PEI, and a quick throw in here for BC. Good passing there, 1-2, in behind the defense. A lot of space on the right side, short one. Short and quick pass in the middle of play, just missed in front of the BC forward who couldn't bury it. Again, they get another throw in here on that right side. Chooses to go back here. For Logan Wickstone. Bad control there from BC, recovered by Gagné. Sent long by PEI. So the goalie has to come out to challenge that pass. PEI on the offense again. Ethan Main reaches Wheeler on the right. Trying to get rid of D'Andrea, and no whistle, but a foul called on the play as I think unintentionally Wheeler hit D'Andrea in the face. As BC gets the ball back. D'Andrea looks to me like that kind of player who reaches for fouls and tries to get everything going for him. And here we go. He's on the run. Long ball for number 16. Is Ethan Main. Good defending by him to prevent that whole sequence. As BC get it back into an offensive territory here. For D'Andrea, good header in the box. Deflected off by PEI as they go on a counterattack. Bit too quick and too powerful there to even reach Wheeler, who was just patiently waiting on that back line, but didn't get a pass he wanted. Wickstone again. In the middle, intercepted by PEI. Trying to reach. That was Gagné for Wheeler again, who really been a dynamic duo in the start of this game. Ball went out of play too soon. D'Andrea now. Intercepted by PEI yet again in that midfield. Bell doesn't get the pass he wanted. Intercepted by D'Andrea. Now it's just a non-slot on that right side by both teams. Reese Robertson. Good pass on that left side for left back Jonathan and the Yagami. Couldn't control on that left foot, and a throw in here for BC. 30th minute mark here. 10 minutes left until halftime here, folks. Scramble with 5 players for the ball. Eventually goes out of play for a throw in for BC yet again. It's been like that scrappy kind of play throughout the game for both teams, as a lot of players regroup around the ball at the same time, which obviously leaves a lot of space open, but also doesn't make much space for the ball to actually come out of that scramble. Ball's recovered now as Captain Liam Boswell gets his first touches of this game. Gagné. Cheeky play on that attempt. Bell now trying to get it to Wheeler. Doesn't get it. Bit of confusion there in the BC defense. Eventually cleared. Again, it's like these subtle, quick passes in between a lot of players and just hoping the ball comes out to the offense's feet. No really build-up play or patience within that defense and midfield core, and yet again they don't really have that much time to actually get those passes off quickly, as a lot of pressure comes from both teams, as usually 2 players on the ball at the same time. D'Andrea gets it out of play. Another throw in here for PEI. Both teams trying to get a lead before halftime here. Chest touched right to the BC defense, and they go on a counterattack. Good play there from number 6, Merlin Devine. Passes it out for Gagné on his right foot. Shoots, oh my! Adriel Agkapili cheated there a bit on that cross attempt. A good short side shot from Gagné. Almost went in. Good diving save of the BC goalie, and they get another corner attempt. Here's PEI. Chase Bell again on that right foot. Oversailed it on the first attempt. Second one behind again. Second post. Falls to BC again. Cleared out for a throw in here. At the 33rd minute mark, I remind you the score now is 1-1 between BC and PEI. Bad control, good sliding tackle. No fouled call, and now a lot of space on the left. DeAndrea in the box. It is blocked, but we are calling handball on the play for Ethan Main. Not intentionally hitting the ball with his hand on that sequence. As a great pass. Good switch up of play from the right to the left for DeAndrea. A good chest touch from him. Trying to reach his players inside the box. As the ball hit Main's right hand, and BC are awarded a penalty shot here in the 34th minute of play. Something that probably can alter the momentum of this game. Caden Ruby. All pressure in the world here to take the lead. Sherman versus Ruby. Ruby takes it and scores! What a shot in that top left corner, and BC take the lead. Opportunist is Caden Ruby. Easy run up. Quick and precise shot. Nothing Sherman can do on that one. Now with a little less than 5 minutes left on the clock, PEI will gather their troops. Try to get one really quickly here. Both teams playing with 3 D-men on their back line. No fullbacks. Long ball launch for Gagne. Intercepted there by Wickstone. Headed a couple times by BC and sent out by DeAndrea. Good clearance by number 16. Nate McDonald. Long one. Right to the BC defense. Here's Joey Buchanan. Gets it to his teammates. A late tackle. Doesn't get called though. PEI gets away with it and sends one for Gagne. There's pressure from DeAndrea, trying to get rid of him. Good physical play by both players. Across in the box. He shoots and scores! Oh my! What a weird sequence of events leading up to this play. As Harrison Monroe gets on the board for PEI, ties it up late in this first half. What a sequence for Thomas Gagné on that right side. Able to get across and to the second post for Harrison Monroe, who slowly but surely lets that ball trickle behind Adriel Agkapili's goal line, and PEI back on the board. Game is tied now 2-2. in the 37th minute of play. BC quickly now trying to get it across. And again, a weird sequence and a good one for BC right after the PEI goal. Seems like PEI's defense is taking the game lightly after they score, and they almost get one past again behind Cam Sherman. But a good defensive play on a 2-on-1. DeAndrea now on that left side. Good skill there. Get rid of a defenseman. Gets it to Wigstone. Long one. Switching up play on that right side. Gathered by BC again. With patience now. Get it back to their defense. Long cross towards the net as Cam Sherman brings it out of play. And I think we're going to have a goal kick. Yes, we are. Been a lot for PEI. Trying to get it to Wheeler now on that right side. Sorry, Gagné. Long ball for number 13, Kitten Ruby. Scored the last goal for BC on a penalty shot. Crosses it in. Back post. Good header. Right above the crossbar for BC. Their offense is trying to pick it up again. Trying to switch the momentum from that PEI goal. Last minute of play here in this first half. Sherman, long ball. Attempted for Gagné. Falls to the BC feet. Good couple of passes there. Long ball for DeAndre. Might be too long though. We'll have to see. And too much power on that pass. And it goes out for a goal kick. Sherman in the middle of the field for Reese Robertson. Touch doesn't get it. BC now trying to get it to Ruby. Good interception there by Merlin Devine, and safe hands from Sherman, who launches his attack again. Ruby with a slide tackle on that pass. Said no thank you. Here's Gagne again. Really provoked player on that right side for PEI. Someone of value on offense for sure. They leave a lot of space for him. Here he is again. Tries to find options. Gagne cuts into the middle once, twice. He shoots. Oh my. Wide on that right side there from Liam Boswell. He probably wants it back. Ambitious from the young man. Capelli now. Probably is going to send one very far. He is indeed. Weird touch from BC, and PEI get it back. Long one behind the defense. Good header by Capelli to clear it out. BC trying to go for one quickly here. Intercepted. Gathered again by PEI. Jonathan Enda Yagami. Here he is on the ball. And he gets stripped by BC, and they get it back right after, and again lose it from the same sequence of events. And here we are, end of that first half. The score is 2-2 between British Columbia and PEI. The goals in this first half, first one scored by number 3, Jacob Waddell from British Columbia in the 3rd minute of play. PEI reply number 7, Nathan Wheeler. And then right after, a penalty shot awarded to British Columbia. No questions asked for Caden Ruby, who gets BC back up in the lead. And to tie the game in the late stages of this first half, Harrison Monroe scores to tie the game up at 2 after 40 minutes of play. You are watching the U-17 Toyota National Championships here at the Stade Croix Bleu Médavie in Moncton, New Brunswick. We'll see you in 10 minutes. Welcome back, ladies and gents, to the second half of this U-17 National Championship game between British Columbia, and PEI. Game is tied 2-2 in this first half. 4 goals, a lot of offense going on, and now BC already on the attack. Watch out, good shot. And a big save there from Cam Sherman. It's been tested early on in this game and has kept his team in it. Unfortunately for him, a penalty shot gave BC a lead in this first half. But for PEI, I mean, it's been coming back from a 1-goal deficit 2 times now in this game, as BC has scored the first and third goal. And PEI late in this first half will have the chance to make it even again, and Monroe put it in the back of the net for PEI, as they show a lot of potential here on the field and have a lot of backup here from the crowd. They've been cheering PEI since the start of this game. It's obviously a lot closer for them than British Columbia, as we are here in Moncton, New Brunswick, at the beautiful Burnaby Stadium. And obviously, as a fellow Atlantic province, well, PEI has a massive advantage on the distance of travel there. BC now collecting the ball, deciding to maybe take their time now in this second half. Something we haven't seen from either team in the first half, and it definitely causes a lot of offense, but definitely causes a lot of downside on the defensive end. Outside the boot pass, attempted there, doesn't go. Cam Sherman again to pick it up for PEI. Might not look like it, folks, but it is a very beautiful day here. No clouds, all sun. A mild 19 degrees Celsius out. Really a perfect temperature for U-17 soccer. It's PEI again on the trend here. Long ball out for Wheeler on the right side. Intercepted by BC. On the counterattack now, watch out. Behind the defense. BC take their time. Might be offside, it is. But a very valid attempt. That ball for Elias Bajawi. Fortunately, a miscommunication that led to an offside for BC, who been really up to speed with their offense here in this second half. I'm sorry, it wasn't Bajawi at all. It was Eric Town who was making his first appearance in this game. Really hard to see those numbers in the sun, especially in the white and gold, which, first of all, are beautiful kits. But they make my job very hard. Long throw in here. Number 7, Justin George, recovered by PEI. No foul called, and given a lot of advantages is the referee here in charge. It's PEI trying to recover. And the foul is finally called on the play. As again, a bouncing ball causing troubles for both teams. Nobody seemingly recovering in a casual state of mind. A lot of confusion from both sides when the ball is up in the air, and now we're going to have a very good free kick opportunity for British Columbia. In the early stages in the second half, I remind you, in the first half, well, British Columbia scored in the first 3 minutes to open up the scoring via number 3, Jacob Waddell. See if they can do it again in this second half. BC shoots and over the bar. Valid attempt from the British Columbia squad. Very ambitious again from that young man. I believe it was Caden Ruby who shot that. The penalty shot taker from the first half too. Very powerful and precise shot he has. Fortunately, that one didn't go at all. Collecting the ball is BC. Quick passes between the defensemen. And again, taking their time now is number 15, Joseph Hergross, gets it into the middle. For Justin George. Long ball behind the defense yet again. Chips the goalie just over the bar. From Sebastian Agerskov, who's also another one making his first appearance in this game. BC switching things up front. And it shows early on. A couple of big passes up and over the PEI defense, making their way to British Columbia foot. Just needing to convert now. PEI, they get stripped. Miscommunication there between Cam Sherman and Merlin Devine. Almost costed them, but good reactions there from the goalie to get it together in the end. Long ball just doesn't find anybody and will be in for a goal kick for PEI yet again. Substitution now for PEI is Ethan Main is subbed off for Nicholas Knights on the defensive end. Good first half there for Ethan Main. Unfortunately was the recipient of the handball that gave BC a penalty shot and eventually a goal. But other than that, I mean, great defensive half for Main. Let's see if his first touches, and I'm obviously talking about Nicholas Knights, are going to be as effective as Main's here in this second half. Capili fakes a long one, reaches his defenseman short. And again, for Capili, long ball to that left side, headered. BC again on the offense. Good interception there in the middle by PEI, who get it back for Chase Bell. Bell, one-touch pass on the right side now for Wheeler. Gagne trying to reach Wheeler again, but the duo, bit of miscommunication, a little bit too powerful in that pass by Gagne. BC gather it back. Oh, what a play there from number 3, Jonathan Ndeyagami. Made a forward look silly in the process and gets a foul to go. But yeah, get a free kick. Bell now. Where's D-man Nate McDonald? Donald calmly gets it back to Cam Sherman. Sherman for Devine now. Good body feint from Devine. Gets a space. Behind again for Wheeler. Very good play there again by Adriel Agapili, who realizes that PEI loves that behind the defenseman ball to Wheeler. And he just steps up, casually gets the ball back, recovers it for BC, and they can get back on the attack. Quick throw into the middle now. Long shot. Safe hands from Cam Sherman. BC tried a long one yet again. Coming off of center back Joey Buchanan's right foot. Oh my. Interception in the midfield and a good play by Devine, who's been one of PEI's best players in this game for sure. Intercepted by BC. Long ball, second post attempt. Good control of it. Headers over the bar for BC. couple of bad giveaways there for PEI in their own defensive end. But fortunately for them, nothing is gone. Behind came Sherman's body there. Trying to attack on that left side is PEI. Intercepted by BC. A good play there by McDonald to strip Charlie Smith. Uses his big stature to his advantage and looks like we're going to have a long throw in here. Watch out inside the box for Charlie Smith. Headed out by Devine yet again. So we got a foul on the play too. A little too aggressive in the box. As Bell is sent to the ground. Both pairs have a little talk. Pretty sure it's just, a little how you doing, good morning kind of talk, but you never know. When I was in these situations, I wouldn't say good morning. I don't know if I should tell you what I'd say, but I played a lot. I've asked some people, how their lives are and how good they're cooking, and if they eat salmon with a lemon or not. I was that kind of person, really. Nothing too serious, just trying to get them off of their game in the nicest way possible. BC now on that right side attacking again. Good play by Nate McDonald. And a quick throw in behind the defenseman. Watch out, one-on-one with the goalie. Shot off the post. Rebound. Couldn't be controlled by BC and sent on by McDonald again. Counter-attack now for PEI. On the left side, 2-on-1. Headed away. Gets stripped by Wheeler. Gets it to Gagné. Gagné tries to beat one, doesn't. Good slide tackle. Big shot there in the midfield. Ambitious attempt. Gets blocked by BC. As they get a foul quick. Unsportsmanlike there from BC is he got the foul and, got the leg out for no apparent reason on Chase Bell, who's just walking by, and we can sense the frustration in that BC squad, as I don't think they had that final score of 2-2 in mind entering this game. Charlie Smith getting the second yellow card of this game. Calmly, BC passes it to the midfield now. Switches up play. Back for that left side. Long ball trying to find Smith. Headed away by PEI yet again. Now a battle on the right side for the ball, and it is blocked. And a throw-in will be awarded to PEI. Good defensive presence there on the 2-on-1 from Nikolaus Nates to find a way to get the ball back with two men on him. Long pass for Wheeler is intercepted by BC again. BC in the middle tries a link-up play, a little 1-2, but miscommunication between Charlie Smith and his left wing makes for another throw in for PEI on the right side, and BC trying to play on that left side a lot more this half. Intercepted there by Jonathan Ndayagami. For number 14, Jackson McDonald tries to find the middle, does. Long ball for Ndayagami, who wasn't in position for that pass. Another miscommunication on offense for PEI. And look at that pressure from PEI. 5 players hugging that left side of the pitch. Long one. Headed away by BC. Sent back in by PEI. Collected by Bell. Bell, his pass miscontrolled, and BC are back on the counter-attack. Long ball for Smith again, who has 3 defenders on him. Smith against Devine. Spins off of him. In the middle, and a good sliding tackle clearance from PEI. What a play there from Charlie Smith to get rid of Devine and trying to find his teammate who was all alone inside the box. Wheeler gets stripped. No foul call on the play. Continues McDonald now. Fancy footwork again. Takes his time. Doesn't get the foul yet again. And it is cleared by PEI. PEI desperately wanting that foul call on 2 occasions. It's Jackson McDonald making it very difficult to defend. As we can hear the crowd now supporting PEI all the way. To be fair though, there is a couple of good, supporters from BC on my left, but you can only hear the PEI side because they're directly below me. But it is definitely something to count on when you're in a game. The support of the fans is definitely a game changer, and both teams you're going to get more determined and more motivated when you are on the receiving end of the claps and the hoorays. But when you hear the hoorays from the other team, you don't feel the same as when they're given to you. Makes you a little more angry, a little more physical, as we can see there from BC. We've played a very physical game from the start. And I have been awarded already 2 yellow cards in this game. One from Charlie Smith and the other one to Marcus DeAndrea, who's not on the field anymore for this second half, who had a good first half for the most part. Long throw in from BC inside the box. Tried to header it, couldn't. Can't control it in the midfield either. Is Wheeler now. Gagne tries to cut back. Stripped off the ball by Buchanan. Pass gets intercepted. Bell now in the middle. Lot of space for Chase Bell. Reaches McDonald with his left foot. Had a lot of time there, McDonald, to get it back to his right foot. Control it a bit. Chose the one-touch option, and his left foot misled him. Ball slides away from the net. We're going to have a goal kick here for BC. Taken quickly now. Trying to build up plays, British Columbia. Or should I say Burnaby FC? I forgot to mention that. Both teams are representing their province, obviously, but they both come from one city in either province. And for BC, it is the Burnaby FC U-17. And for PEI, obviously, is the Charlottetown U-17 soccer team. And honestly, fellas, I thought that Burnaby was a town in Ontario, and I was completely wrong, and I am sorry to every single British Columbia listener right now for disrespecting the Burnaby city. But anyway, moving on. Another foul not called there on the play, which is very alarming since the refs have been heavy on calls since the start of the game, and now seems to be inconsistency in that sense. But here we are. A lot of pressure there from PEI's. BC try to control it in the midfield. Long ball now on the left. Controlled by number 4 Neitz. Battle favored by British Columbia now. Tries a pass over the top. Devine again comes to the aid of Sherman, who grabs the ball safely and quickly. And again, it's kind of chemistry there between Devine and Sherman to let the ball go for his goalie by Devine. Really mature and a good defensive presence by him throughout this game. And this is just an example of it. Bell, what a play defensively to intercept that pass. On the counter now is PEI. Gagne on the right side. Tries to beat two. Doesn't beat one, but gets the corner kick to go. And I'm sorry, never mind. It is a goal kick. Eyes are deceiving me. We are now at the 62nd minute of play. In this third match of the third day here of the U-17 Toyota National Championships. Just to let you know, in today's games, well, Edmonton BTB-SC beat Fieldians AA Youth of St. John's 4-0 here at 9:30 a.m. And after this game, well, the Vaughan SC Azzurri will play against the Halifax City FC at 5 p.m. at the same beautiful Croix Bleu Mélavie Stadium in Moncton, New Brunswick. BC now on the attack. Long ball attempted, big body and battle. But unfortunately for BC, it is recovered by Sherman again. Trying to build up plays. PEI, another long ball, and this has really been the story of this game. The defensemen going for long balls for their forwards and letting them do the rest. The build-up play has definitely not been patient for both teams, whose play styles and definitely game plans were to play physical and fast on both ends of the field. And we can see that it definitely worked for both teams in this game. Both teams here in their second game of the tournament. Burnaby beating Yellowknife 8-0 in day one. And Charlottetown beating Yellowknife 7-0 in day two. And they are now facing each other off on a 2-2 draw right now. It's both teams trying to stay undefeated in this tournament. I remind you, day 3 here is the last day before the playoff stages. And then the rest is history. Top 3 teams go on to play against, obviously if you're the third team of your pool, you play against the first team of another pool. In this case, the third team of Group A will play against Group D, Group B against Group C, and etc., etc. And then the winners and losers will face off in day 5. And in day 6 will be the final stages to claim a winner here at the U-17 Toyota National Championships presented in Moncton, New Brunswick. And may I tell you, as a resident of Moncton, this is fabulous to see how far soccer has grown throughout the years, and to have an event of, national reconnaissance is something unheard of, and definitely the start of something new. As you can see, the field is made for this kind of event. We have a fabulous field here for our Moncton Aigle Bleu University team, and to see it used in another purpose and something as huge as a national championship, well, it brings a lot of joy to my heart. And just to see soccer in general grow in the country of Canada, well, it's a step in the right direction, and we love to see it. PEI now on the ball with Chase Bell. Not much space in the middle. Long one for McDonald, who's all alone with the goalie. And that is a handball, folks. Not called at all. What a big couple saves from the British Columbia goalie, but what a missed call there. That has to be a penalty kick. A yellow card, a free kick or something. Agapili was way out of his box when he made the first save on McDonald. Nothing was given there. The plays continue for BC now. Couple of passes, getting rid of that pressure. Agapili on the ball again. BC attacking from their left side, cutting in the middle. Pass is intercepted now for PEI. Gagne, a lot of speed on that right side. Cross attempt right to BC feet. And the defense clears. Counterattack now for British Columbia. Ball gets out of play for a throw-in. Good defensive presence there from Chase Bell. Taken quickly but deflected off by PEI and again by BC. Devine takes his time. Reaches Nate McDonald. For Bell, for McDonald again. Back for Ndagayami, sorry. Long ball doesn't reach anybody. Gathered again by Agapili. Second half of this game has really turned into a neutral zone kind of duel between both teams. Or, as we can see here again, a lot of fouls are called. But no real offense presence from both sides. And no clear chances either. Watch out as, oh my, Wheeler on the left was waiting for a long one from Gagne. McDonald who switched with Wheeler now. Crosses it in, tried to find Reese Robertson, couldn't, regathered by PEI. Bell. Good play with his feet. Reaches Enda Yagami. Techie play there from him to McDonald, and now they're... Oh my God, what a fake. A good cross there, good attempt by Bell. Trying to reach Wheeler. Gagne starting behind the defense. A great sequence from Jonathan Ndayagami, who we haven't seen really much on offense, but definitely has the feet and the offensive flair to do so. As we can see, a couple of changes, substitutions for both teams. We can also see poor Adriel Agapili, on the floor. Looks like cramps. Definitely didn't contact or get a contact with anybody during that play. But for those who know, they know. Cramps are something else. Players take a break here for a couple of water driplets on their tongues. Gotta hydrate in this heat, man. Like I said earlier, it is a really mild 19, but without any clouds and only sun, definitely affects the players in some way. A lot of substitutions there for both teams. I think this is the last stretch for both of these sides, as Harrison Monroe, goal scorer for his team, comes back into the play. And Tom Luong makes an appearance in the midfield. As now Thomas Gagné is switched his position to play left back for the rest of this game. BC now on the left side as Charlie Smith tries the 1-2 link up. Couldn't go, and good defensive presence again by Devine. Strips the ball. Kicks it out for a throw in for BC. Fresh legs on the field for both teams. Let's see what they can provide. Bad touch there from the BC forward. Out of play again for a throw in. Ball in the middle for Bell, comes back to him. Long one for Harrison Monroe. Good defensive play there from BC. But a good throw in here for PEI at the 72nd minute of play. I remind you, you are watching the U-17 Toyota National Championships at the beautiful Burnaby Stadium in Moncton, New Brunswick. This game puts BC up against PEI in a 2-2 game right now. All four goals were scored in the first half. Nothing here as of now in this second half. It's both teams trying to stay undefeated at the start of this tournament. Both teams have one win, both against the Yellowknife team. 8-0 and 7-0 were the final scores. PEI trying to get their offense going, intercepted in the middle for BC. BC out on that left side, trying to switch up play back to their goalie at Kapali. Kapili for captain Rio Yassin. Joseph Hargross. Back for Ed Kapili. Back for Hargross. Taking their time as BC. Not much pressure from PEI now. Intercepted there by Thomas Gagné. In the middle, Luong tries a long one. There's got a bit of contact there in the middle of the field. On the back of number 9, Harrison Monroe, and PEI get the ball back from it. Devine sets up the free kick. Not too far from the halfway line. Bit of conflict there. With Bell in the middle of it again. The small PEI man really causing trouble to that BC team. Devine, long ball inside the box. Missed there by Wheeler. Couldn't get cleared. Gagne now tries to cut in. Can't. BC on the counterattack. Good slide tackle there from Nate McDonald, but it isn't over for BC. Long ball behind the defense. As both players chase away a duel, and they call foul on that one. Nikolaus Neitz. Gives a good chance for British Columbia here at the 75th minute mark. I remind you, these are 40-minute halves. So just less than 5 minutes left on the clock. BC sets up. 6 white jerseys inside that area. Cross comes in, a good one at the front post. Good challenge by Cam Sherman, preventing a shot. Ball is sent high and long again. Recovered by BC. Controlled a bit too far there on the left side. As the ball goes out of play for a goal kick for PEI. As you can hear the crowd chants in the last stages of this game, really pushing for a win from either teams. Charlie Smith tries to get in between two defenders. Cut off easily there by Reese Robertson. And again, we'll see that long throw-in from Eric Town, who fakes it and goes short there for Joseph Hairgross. Back to Town for Hairgross. Crosses it in, headed out by PEI, who control the ball now in the midfield. We tried to reach Chase Bell there from Harrison Monroe, but it pass missed completely. Taken over again by BC, but we recall that play there as head referee Mohamed Fani didn't like the call. Throw in for PEI. Throw in right to the BC player's head for Charlie Smith. Couldn't beat his defender. Recovered by PEI, headed back by BC with the long ball, and now recovered again by PEI. A lot of bouncing balls and ambitious attempts for both teams to launch an attack with long and over the top passes. Luong has space, takes it wide now. Cross comes in from PEI, second post attempt, easily caught there by Adriel Agkapili. Settles it for his team, tries to regroup, get a breakout going in the last stages again of this second half. Both teams with not many concrete chances of scoring here in this second half. First one was a offensive warfare between both teams, and the physicality and the pressure in the midfield really took over this second half. Good defensive play by Levine, keeping Smith out of that ball, and we're really trying to look for him. If you're BC, in the middle now, cleared away by McDonald, and good for a throw-in for BC. 79th minute mark here in this second half. Seven BC players in the box, and Eric Town on the throw-in. Long one, front post. Missed a bit of power and headed out by number 4, Nikolaus Neitz. An opportunity on the corner kick. Now we're going to have to watch that Charlie Smith, the big man who can definitely get ahead on every single attempt. Cross comes in the middle of the box. Charlie Smith, there's it over the bar. Valid attempt. Sorry, it wasn't Smith. It was number 10 for BC, Rio Yassin, the captain. PEI taking their time here. Launches one behind every single defenseman. right into the hands of Adriel Agapili, and I don't think the PEI want to win here. We've been seeing this, trying to waste time and get balls deep inside the BC zone. BC now in the counterattack, watch out. On the right side, tries to get it in the middle. Great defensive play by Merlin Devine, as Charlie Smith was waiting there in the middle of the box for that delivery. May I add, Merlin Devine has been absolutely incredible in this game on the defensive end. Really an anchor here for PEI. 80th minute mark now. One of the last chances for BC. Cross comes in. Second post attempt. Cleared up by PEI. Will rush to pressure. Gathered by BC. Trying to find options. Agapili now a long way from his net. Could cause trouble. Blocked by PEI. Quick throw in here for BC. Gets away from one. Can't get away from two. It was Justin George. Throwing again for BC, and who would have thought Harrytown on it. Town on the throw-in. Reaches center of it. Bicycle kick attempt completely missed from BC. It is PEI ball on that throw-in. Not much time left on the clock here, folks. We might see our first draw in this U-17 Toyota Championships National Tournament. PEI does have a chance, though. Long one reaches Wheeler. Bad touch. Good tackle there from Bell to get it out of play. BC trying to go quickly. Long one there for Smith. Heathers it in the middle. Can't control. Cleared up by PEI. Bouncing ball. Now it is fully cleared to the center of the pitch. Might be the last attack here for either teams. Justin George. Good turn. Long ball to the left side for number 11, Arman Ghulam Hussein. Goes right over his head, and another throw in here for PEI. A lot of throw-ins and corners in this game. Definitely an interesting one. Both teams playing outstanding in this second half defensively. And here we are, the end of this game. A 2-2 draw between PEI and BC. All 4 goals scored in the first half. First one came from the feet of number 3, Jacob Waddell for BC, putting it on early in the 3rd or 4th minute of this game. And the reply came from none other than Nathan Wheeler a couple of minutes later to tie this game up 1-1. And then right after, unfortunately, a P shot is given for a handball in the box. And who other than Caden Ruby, no questions asked, puts it behind the net of Cam Sherman. And finally, at the late stages of the first half here, PEI's Harrison Monroe ties the game again to make it 2-2 after 40 minutes. And then the last 40 minutes of game, well, we all saw what happened. Some stale and neutral zone-ish soccer played. Both teams really just tried to Hail Mary one behind the defense. No real chances from either teams. And it's fun to watch two very competitive sides go at it. Very physical, very equally matched case here. And we're probably going to see these teams play against each other maybe in the playoff stages. It'll definitely be another great game, folks. And that's all for me. I hope you had a good one. We'll see you in a couple of minutes here as 5 p.m. The next game on schedule, I remind you this score here, 2-2 between PEI and BC, who move up to 1-0-1 respectively in their standings for a 4-point performance throughout 2 games, which is absolutely fantastic. Next game is featured here at the beautiful Club de Burnaby Stadium between Vaughan SC Azzurri and Halifax City SC Youth at 5 p.m. here on Canada TV. I wish y'all a good one till 5 p.m. I'll see y'all later. And we're back, folks. Sorry about the completely mistaken concept of penalty shootout. For some reason, I thought that since this was the first phase of play, then there wouldn't be penalty shootouts till the playoffs, but I was completely wrong. As it is back to the penalty shot for PEI goalkeeper Cam Sherman, who's faced one already in this game, and clearly we're not going to have a draw here in this game. One of these teams is going to come out of here with a big W. Let's see if Cam Sherman can get his revenge. Justin George stepping up first for BC. George strikes. Big save from Cam Sherman. What a read from the PEI goalie there. Big first save in this penalty shootout. Gives way for his teammate Reese Robertson to take that first penalty kick for the Atlantic Province. Reese Robertson completely mystifies Agkapili. On the board is PEI 1-0 in the first round of these shootouts. Second up for BC's captain Rio Yassin. Trying to claw one back for his team. Another save here from Sherman would determine a lot from the rest of this penalty shootout. All pressure on the captain here. Rio picks his corner. Gets one back for BC. It is now 1-1. Sent Sherman completely in the wrong direction. Now for PEI's fellow captain Liam Boswell. Trying to get his team back in the lead quickly here in the middle. Big save from Adriel Agkapili, tying this penalty shootout up. And what a dive from Agkapili. Reading that shot like a book. The third up for BC is Sebastian Agerskov. We only saw a bit there in the late stages of the second half for BC, but he is up third in the shootout. Let's see what he does here. The wind picks up and the ball rolls out of the spot there. Going to have to retake that one. Fresh legs, Agerskov. Picks his right corner. Puts his team in the lead. Two to 1 with PEI now up on the spot. I believe it is Merlin Devine, the defenseman, and in my opinion the best player for PEI in this game. Steps up, shoots, and really gets Agkapili going as he dove. Might even be 1 second before Merlin Devine shot. Devine went right up the middle. No questions asked. Ties it up at 2 with the fourth shooters coming up. For BC, it is left footer Arman Ghulam Hussein. Never mind, he is right footed now. What a build-up. Completely stops. Couple of steps. had Sherman going from the get-go. Picks his left corner. Gets the game to 3-2 and actually tried to high-five PEI player Chase Bell. Didn't accept. Friendly handshake there. And he is up on the spot now to tie it up at 3. Bell. Big save again from Adriel Agapili. Faking his left, going on his right. Putting his team in the lead with the 5th shooters coming up. And folks, if BC scores here, the game is over. The win will go to British Columbia. All pressure is on number 15, Joseph Hare Gross, the fullback for BC. And what might be the last penalty of this game. Hare Gross shoots and scores. Congratulations to British Columbia. 3-2. Final score in the 4-2, sorry, the final score in this shootout. They stay undefeated. 2 wins in a row. A valid attempt from PEI. As they get their first loss in this tournament here. All love from both teams, even with the animosity and the physicality of this game. Not in the way PEI definitely wanted it to end, but in the end, big saves from Adriel Agapili ended the game for British Columbia. They will go on to move on and have a day of game break. Remind you, this program isn't over today. The next game is at 5 p.m. in about 30 to 40 minutes here at the beautiful Croix Bleu Médavie Stadium. And a game between Vaughan SC Azuri and Halifax City FC here on Canada TV. I've been Matthew Landry with you guys, and I'll see you very, very soon. Final score here between BC and PEI. BC 3, PEI 2 in penalty shootouts that ended in a 4-2 win for British Columbia. We'll move to 2-0 in the U-17 Toyota National Championships in Moncton, New Brunswick. See you later.